Small People Big World viewers have long had a front-row ticket to the family drama that has drawn viewers for many years. The season 25 finale, which concluded an era and set the stage for future developments for the show, raised doubts about the show's future, particularly in light of the difficult task of continuing without some of the most cherished cast members. The finale aired in April and marked a turning point for the series. Hey guys, it's Olivia. Hope you are well. Please do subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. This is a rolling off-screen family dynamic. So let's explore what's going on with the Ruffs. It seems that Matt and fiancée Karen Chandler's wedding will take place later than anticipated. Matt gave an explanation for why he hasn't been able to concentrate on choosing a date for his impending wedding lately. Even though they declared their engagement in April 2023, it's shocking that they still haven't decided on a date after 6 years of dating. Matt provided a thorough look at his relationship, love life, and present circumstances, including movie My Mother, finishing the house, ending up IPBW filming, and dealing with everything else that life throws at you. In a lengthy Facebook post that was published back in April, there hasn't been much time for us to sit down and make any plans. I suppose we're actively gathering suggestions, but we haven't selected a date or place yet. We'll get to work on that soon, he said regarding the dream house he and his partner constructed. The father of four disclosed that the pair moved into their new residence shortly before the holidays. Since then, Karen has sold the house a few miles from the farm and moved in with Matt in their dream home. From Little People Big World season 25, Matt spoke with his ex-wife Amy and her husband Chris Merrick about a big announcement about the family farm's future. Matt disclosed that he had revised his will, choosing to leave Amy his share of the farm in the event of his death, rather to his Spenny or their 4 children. The reality star gave an explanation for his decision, saying that it was too complicated. The farm has been a big source of conflict in the family throughout the years. Previously, Amy had sold Matt half of the roll-off farms instead of dividing the land between them or selling it for less money. Matt thought about putting the house up for sale and looking into turning the main house into a vacation rental. The clan's internal strife was heightened by the patriarch's choice not to pass the farm down to his offspring. Things got worse when Zach and Tori, who were not satisfied with the move, moved out of state with their kids. The family's emotional divide grew as a result of the physical distance, exacerbating long-standing tensions about what became of the notorious farms. Before the season finale in April, Amy and her husband Chris, Matt and his fiancée Karen organized a fundraiser for the Dwarf Athletic Association of America. He gave a moving speech about the organization's influence in the lives of those who were dwarfed during the event. Since 1985, have been a member of the DADA, was established to give those who are dwarfed the chance to take part in athletics. The mother of 4 spoke with the Crown about her person. He also highlighted her grandson Jackson, who was addressing the audience at the roll-off farm's benefit not competing in October of last year. The cherished TV personality turned to Instagram to share with her fans the happy news of the release of her new cookbook, Love Gather. It's important for this organization to continue, not only for my son but now for my grandson, she stated. She revealed the release of her new cookbook, Love Gather, in a moving post. Can't wait to give you access to this cookbook with Bravery S and his family are emerging from the lengthy shadow cast by the Rolfs. WB taking a chance to forge their own course in life. They took a risk by moving from their hometown of Oregon to Washington, a battleground state. Then through a recently released podcast, Raising Heights with Zach and Tori, the formally announced their exit from the show after 25 seasons in February. I believe that whether or not we are invited back, the chapter has ended, Zink remarked. At the time, we've made it pretty clear that we're done with that chapter for multiple reasons, but since we stated as much, they haven't asked us to return. In any case, this past cycle was difficult for the family and the farm transaction, and we're over it. Encountering yet another obstacle in their path. In a podcast episode, Zach and Tori revealed that their daughter Lila would have surgery at the end of the month. Tori expressed concern about the procedure because her older son Jackson had a bad anesthesia experience after a prior surgery. Severe sleep apnea affects LLA. They are planning to remove her adenoids and tonsils, which makes me a little anxious because my mother expressed similar worries. We would like to congratulate Jeremy and his wife Audrey. The couple rejoined Jode at the birth of Marabella, their 4th child. Jeremy posted the happy news at the end of May on Instagram with the remark, "Please let the Marabella May roll off to planet Earth." It was a lovely time for their kids to meet their newborn sister. Our bedroom was Audrey's delivery room. The police father wrote last year that Audrey and Jeremy started major repairs on their $1.5 million farmhouse in Hillsboro, Oregon, which they had bought back in May 2022. It was an intimate and moving experience, reflecting on their journey to restore their home. The restorations included the main dwelling yard and a farm implement building on almost 4 acres of property, totaling a huge investment of $791,000. Showcased their works at Barnes at Noble, celebrating the Release of their two books, The Marital Journal and The Death-Free Journal, with a lively promotion this added to their collection of books, which already included Creative Love and A Love Letter Life. Molly and her husband John Silvers have been living a tranquil life in Spokane, Washington. In contrast to the rest of the clan, Molly has mostly avoided the spotlight after leaving the reality TV industry, despite the fact that she still travels frequently to see her parents and occasionally makes appearances on their social media accounts. Her Linky Dan Page states that she last worked as a senior accountant for Nordstrom, quitting the position in August after 2 years and 3 months despite her career-oriented disposition. It's unclear if she's currently working, the only roll-off sibling still working regularly on the farm and seemingly leading the greatest life after reality TV is Jacob. Jacob's father said that his son has grown extremely passionate in overseeing and starting his own projects on the farm. Apart from managing the technical tasks, he also organizes As the dust settled from the season 25 finale, the IOLFF family faced new challenges that were both personal and public. Matt and Karen's wedding plans, delayed despite their long engagement, symbolized the broader theme of life moving at its own pace for the family. Balancing filming, home renovations, and personal milestones left little room for traditional celebrations. In an extensive Facebook post, Matt detailed the pressures of managing the dream house, family obligations, and public expectations. He emphasized, "There hasn't been much time for us to sit down and make any plans. We're actively gathering suggestions but haven't selected a date or place yet. We'll get to work on that soon." This candid admission highlighted the difficulty of blending reality TV exposure with everyday responsibilities, illustrating how even reality stars face the same dilemmas as anyone else. Meanwhile, the internal dynamics of the IOLFF farm continued to be a focal point. Matt's decision to revise his will, leaving his share of the farm to Amy rather than directly to his children, stirred controversy. This choice reflected the complicated history of the farm, which had long been a source of tension among family members. Amy had previously sold half of the farm to Matt instead of splitting it evenly, a decision that left lingering resentment. The prospect of turning the main house into a vacation rental further complicated matters, as opinions within the family diverged sharply. Zach and Tori's move out of state with their children intensified the divide, as physical distance magnified existing emotional tensions. Amid the turmoil, moments of hope and unity emerged. The family came together to support the Dwarf Athletic Association of America at a fundraiser held at the IOLFF farm. Matt, along with Amy, Chris, Karen, and other family members, delivered heartfelt speeches highlighting the importance of the organization, which had been empowering dwarfed athletes since 1985. The event provided a rare glimpse of harmony within a family otherwise marked by conflict, demonstrating that shared values and charitable endeavors could bridge even long-standing divides. In parallel, the next generation of IOLFFs began charting their own paths. Molly and John Silvers, living a quieter life in Spokane, Washington, offered a stark contrast to the high-profile world of reality television. Despite mostly avoiding the spotlight, Molly maintained connections with her family and occasionally appeared on social media. Her former role as a senior accountant for Nordstrom ended in August after over 2 years, and while her current professional activities remain unclear, she seems to prioritize family and personal well-being over career ambition. Jacob, in contrast, thrived on the farm. Immersed in agricultural projects and technical oversight, he developed a passion for hands-on work and innovation. His management of farm equipment, combined with organizational skills, allowed him to take ownership of his responsibilities. Jacob's dedication exemplifies the enduring commitment of certain family members to uphold and expand the farm's legacy, even as others moved on to different states or pursuits. Meanwhile, the broader family saga included milestones and medical concerns. Tori revealed through a podcast that their daughter Leela would undergo surgery to remove adenoids and tonsils, a procedure complicated by previous anesthesia issues with their son Jackson. Their transparency in sharing these experiences underscored the human challenges behind the glamorous facade of reality TV, resonating with viewers who follow the family closely. The family's milestones continued with celebrations as well. Jeremy and Audrey welcomed their fourth child, Marabella, marking a joyful event amidst the ongoing drama. Their farm renovation projects, spanning nearly 4 acres and totaling investments of over $791,000, reflected dedication to both family and heritage. The process of restoring and celebrating these spaces through book releases and public events, including the Marital Journal and Death-Free Journal, highlighted a blend of personal growth and public storytelling that defines much of the IOLFF family's narrative that as spring transitioned into summer. The IOLFF family navigated a mixture of personal triumphs and ongoing challenges. With the conclusion of season 25, attention shifted from the camera lens to role life responsibilities. Matt and Karen, though still without a confirmed wedding date, focused on settling into their newly purchased dream house. Karen's relocation from the previous residence marked a significant step toward establishing their shared future, a move that carried both emotional weight and practical demands. Their experiences resonated with viewers, many of whom had followed the couple's 6-year journey of dating, engagement, and adaptation to public scrutiny. The farm continued to occupy a central role in the family's dynamics. The decision to leave Amy with Matt's portion of the farm, rather than bequeathing it directly to the children, sparked conversations online and in media outlets. For Matt, the choice represented a resolution to the complex history of property division and a desire to mitigate ongoing disputes. He weighed alternative options, including selling the house or converting it to a rental, but ultimately prioritized clarity and fairness as he understood it. The subsequent departure of Zach and Tori to Washington State further emphasized the fragmentation of the traditional family unit, signaling a new era in which distance and autonomy redefined relationships. Despite these tensions, the family maintained a sense of communal responsibility. Fundraisers and charitable engagements, particularly those associated with the Dwarf Athletic Association of America, underscored their commitment to causes larger than themselves. During one notable event at the farm, Matt highlighted the impact of athletics on the lives of dwarfed individuals, sharing stories of mentorship, participation, and achievement. Amy and Chris joined in these efforts, presenting a united front despite private disagreements. Their grandson Jackson's participation brought an intergenerational perspective, illustrating how the family's legacy and values extended beyond the conflicts that often dominated headlines. Away from the spotlight, individual family members pursued personal development. Molly and John Silvers focused on life in Spokane, balancing privacy with occasional public appearances. Their decision to step back from reality TV reflected a broader trend within the family of seeking stability and personal fulfillment beyond national visibility. Molly's prior career as a senior accountant and ongoing family engagements reinforced her role as a stabilizing influence, demonstrating that success and contribution extend beyond television fame. Jacob, ever committed to the farm, continued to cultivate projects that combine technical expertise with entrepreneurial vision. From managing machinery to coordinating agricultural initiatives, he demonstrated leadership and passion that honored the family legacy while forging his own identity. His work symbolized continuity amidst change, a reminder that the farm remained a central pillar even as other family members pursued varied paths. Medical developments also shaped family priorities. Tori's revelation about Leela's upcoming surgery, accompanied by reflections on Jackson's previous complications, revealed a realistic portrayal of parental concern and vigilance. Fans responded with empathy, recognizing the courage required to navigate these challenges publicly. Similarly, Jeremy and Audrey celebrated the birth of Marabella, reinforcing themes of renewal and hope. Their restoration of the Hillsborough farmhouse, including structural repairs and aesthetic renovations, reflected investment in both property and legacy, while simultaneously engaging the public through book promotions and social media updates. The broader narrative extended to cultural contributions and publications. The release of cookbooks such as Eat, Love, Gather, and other family-authored works allowed the IOLFFs to share personal stories, culinary expertise, and life philosophies with fans. These projects offered insight into their values, creativity, and resilience, reinforcing a multidimensional image that transcended mere reality television drama. As the family adapted to life post-season, they demonstrated the ability to navigate both ordinary challenges and extraordinary circumstances. The intersection of public interest, personal ambition, and familial obligation created a complex tapestry in which each member contributed uniquely. Whether through farm management, charitable work, or creative projects, the IOLFFs continued to provide an ongoing story that resonated with a devoted audience, illustrating the interplay between legacy, responsibility, and personal growth. As summer progressed, the IOLFF family storylines became increasingly intertwined with both personal growth and public engagement. Matt and Karen focused on establishing routines in their new home while balancing the lingering anticipation of their wedding plans. The delays, though frustrating for fans, reflected the realities of managing major life transitions under the scrutiny of public attention. Social media updates provided glimpses into their life, blending domestic milestones with hints at ongoing projects, from home improvement to charitable involvement. Meanwhile, the farm remained a central theme, with Jacob taking a leadership role that emphasized stewardship and innovation. Beyond routine agricultural responsibilities, he spearheaded initiatives aimed at modernizing operations and improving sustainability. His efforts included revamping equipment management, coordinating with contractors, and mentoring younger family members interested in farm work. Jacob's dedication highlighted the importance of preserving the family's agricultural legacy, while adapting to contemporary challenges, bridging tradition with forward-looking solutions. Tensions around inheritance and property division persisted, particularly in light of Matt's decision to leave his share of the farm to Amy rather than directly to the children. This move, while intended to prevent disputes, prompted discussion among fans and analysts about fairness, generational equity, and the pressures of managing assets within a blended and public family. The physical separation of Zach and Tori, coupled with their relocation to Washington State, added another layer of complexity, emphasizing how distance can intensify emotional divides. Despite the underlying tension, moments of celebration and charity punctuated the season. Fundraisers, public speaking events, and community engagements illustrated the family's commitment to causes such as the Dwarf Athletic Association of America. Matt's speeches, highlighting the significance of sports participation for dwarfed athletes, demonstrated an awareness of the broader impact of their platform. Similarly, Amy, Chris, and younger family members contributed, showcasing intergenerational collaboration and a dedication to values that transcend personal conflict. In addition to family and farm matters, the IOLFFs explored personal milestones and creative projects. Molly and John Silvis, maintaining a quieter life in Spokane, exemplified the pursuit of balance and privacy. Their travels and occasional public appearances reinforced connections with family while allowing them to establish independent identities outside the reality television spotlight. For Jacob, creative and technical work on the farm offered both personal fulfillment and public interest, positioning him as a linchpin for continuity within the family narrative. Medical challenges further underscored the humanity of the IOLFF family. Tori's concern over Leela's surgery, complicated by Jackson's prior anesthesia issues, highlighted the realities of parenting under scrutiny. Fans empathized with their candidness, which reinforced authenticity and relatability. At the same time, celebrations such as the birth of Marabella for Jeremy and Audrey provided contrasting moments of joy, illustrating the cyclical nature of challenges and triumphs within the family. Their commitment to restoring and maintaining their Hillsborough farmhouse reflected both practical investment and symbolic continuity, demonstrating that physical spaces often embody emotional and familial significance. Cultural contributions remained a consistent focus, with publications such as Eat, Love, Gather, The Marital Journal, and Death-Free Journal allowing the IOLFFs to share stories, philosophies, and experiences. These works bridge the gap between personal expression and public engagement, reinforcing the family's multidimensional presence in the public eye. Fans gained insight into daily life, values, and creative endeavors, deepening appreciation for the complexities and resilience of the IOLFFs. As the season concluded, it became evident that life after season 25 was defined by adaptation, resilience, and a recalibration of priorities. The family navigated a delicate balance between public visibility and private obligations, each member charting a course that combined personal growth with a commitment to heritage and community. Through the interplay of triumphs, conflicts, and everyday challenges, the IOLFF family's narrative continued to captivate audiences, offering lessons in perseverance, legacy, and the enduring ties of family. As autumn approached, the IOLFF family faced a new set of challenges and opportunities, blending personal milestones with public scrutiny. Matt and Karen continued to balance life in their dream house with the unresolved task of setting a wedding date. Their journey highlighted the tension between private desires and the obligations that come with public visibility. Social media updates provided fans with glimpses of their progress, offering a mix of domestic life, home improvements, and charitable activities, reinforcing the multifaceted nature of their lives beyond the reality TV lens. The farm, long a focal point of both pride and conflict, remained a symbol of continuity. Jacob expanded his role, taking on more complex responsibilities that combined technical management, sustainability projects, and mentoring of younger family members. His dedication underscored the significance of preserving family traditions while adapting to contemporary challenges. By implementing innovative farming techniques and coordinating projects across multiple locations, Jacob ensured that the farm continued to serve as a cornerstone of the family's identity. Inheritance and property matters continued to be a point of discussion. Matt's decision to revise his will and leave his share of the farm to Amy rather than the children sparked debate among fans and commentators. While intended to minimize disputes, the move highlighted the complexities inherent in managing long-standing family assets within a public and blended family structure. Zach and Tori's physical relocation to Washington State further emphasized how